The following is a hockey podcast out of Vancouver and Surrey, British Columbia. It'll only consist of a lot of puck talk and even more BS, or in actual words, banter and satire. Enjoy, and as always, go Canucks go.
Now, I have no idea where this episode's going to go, okay? Shocker, the Canucks lose again at home ice against the Tampa Bay Lightning, and they play for like 28 minutes. Shocker, this team does not know to play complete games, but why am I still happy? Is it because I'm making excuses? Let's find out about that on Locked On Canucks.
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
People, we back doing this, and that's talking about your Vancouver Canucks on this Sunday at the Burnaby Gardens. One love to you and you, and you and you, and you and you, and the Locked On Podcast Network for giving you, again, Locked On Canucks. Also, one love to the Don't Doze Art Collective for looking after its neighbors, okay? But let's talk about the most important neighbors in town right now, right? The Canucks, the blue and green, the people who brought us together here. They lose another game at home ice. I wouldn't say it wastes people's money, but again, time in and time out, I feel as if we're feeling like losers exiting that building, okay? All in all, though, Tampa, a good team, playing a Canucks team without Miller and Aronik, and still Demko. But that doesn't really matter because Lankinen's that guy. It's Quinn Hughes and it's Kevin Lankinen. The more and more you really think about it. And sometimes it's Kevin Lankinen, then it's Quinn Hughes. He's been so good, a.k.a. we haven't really missed Thatcher Demko that much. But yeah, Tampa loses to that team. Tampa also missing Anthony Cirelli for the better part of this game as well. They had the bad luck, the voodoo hit them as well, yet they managed it really well. Let's be real. That team, a mature team, a legacy team, still full of elite talent. Is Braden Point the best Tampa Bay Lightning? You could think about that for some minutes and take that debate really seriously. Again, that team still stacked. And that team for, I would say, like 40 minutes, 37 minutes, were not only the better team, but the much better team against a Canucks team that, maybe partied too hard at Taylor Swift, okay? Hey, but I wouldn't doubt if Tampa didn't party at the Taylor Swift thing too as well, right? Those are the best parties in town, apparently, right? But no excuses, again, no excuses. And let's start there. No excuses for Elias Pettersson to, again, have a pretty quiet second straight home game. Why? Because the fans don't deserve that. And also, more importantly, more notably, this team needs you. You can't just rely on Bubble Hughes and Atu Ratu and Max Sasson, those two who played better than Pettersson today. You can't just do that to the boys, okay? No Miller, no Hronek. One bad game here and there is whatever. Two in a row, again, in front of the fans. Don't be doing that. He was quiet for the majority of this game after playing a really, really strong stretch of hockey, again, prior to the Columbus Blue Jackets game. Again, JT Miller about to come back. And as a Canucks fan, and I'm speaking to you and you and you. Heck, I'm speaking about you and you and you. Okay? You want to see Miller and Pettersson, 1-2 in the middle, playing at their best. And Pettersson, again, before that Columbus game, was playing really good. And I just haven't been impressed during the first two games of this homestand. Also, Besser, you want to step up. You want to step up here. DeBrus, you stack up the top line when you're missing JT Miller, and you're watching Gensel, Point, and Kucherov do their thing, right? And you're also watching Quinn Hughes do his thing after playing. What is he like? He's Bubble Hughes today. Takes a high stick early on, is injured for like 15 minutes. Who knows what happened? Comes back with the bubble. Again, you want to go toe-to-toe with the best, and those three, Besser, Pettersson, and DeBrus, just got outclassed. And again, the Canucks needed them. If those guys play better, they win today. Because I'm not going to say like everyone showed up for 60 minutes, but there were spurts, even from guys like Niels Höglander, even from Atu Ratu, Max Sasson, right? Guys like that. Sherwood was working today. Suter had a really strong game. Right? Garland did his thing, especially in the third period. You just, again, after seeing all those guys work hard, do their thing, I just wish I saw more from the big guys, okay, on the top line for the Vancouver Canucks. It would have led us to victory. And again, I think victories are important all the time, right? Wins are the best, especially during the holidays, but it would just be nice for this team to win like 4 or 5 straight on home ice. Our fans deserve it. I've already told this story, man. You know the deal. A lot of people in the building today, early Christmas gifts, okay? Opened it up. They didn't even know they were going to the Canucks game this morning, right? But they wake up, they get to open one gift. It's these Canucks tickets. And again, at home ice, the Canucks play less than half the game. And that's not good enough. It really isn't. Speaking of which, let's read the comments because y'all are talking about that too. Oliver Falcao. What a name. They still suck at home. Boo. Yeah. They're not winning games at home ice. They're also not playing consistently good hockey in front of the fans. That's not good enough. I know there were a lot of missing parts at the top of the lineup still missing for the Canucks. Like, you can go ahead and make that excuse, and it happens, right? And especially after being, 5-1-1 in our last 7 going into this game, like, you're going to lose hockey games. It is what it is, but I just feel as if this team cannot afford to go 2 straight games at home ice with mediocre efforts, right? Because let's be honest, against Columbus, you know what I'm saying? They played horrible. They played good in the last 20 minutes, and here they did their thing in the last, 26 minutes, 25 minutes. After having a pretty solid defensive start at home ice in this game, again, I just feel as if, as far as being the aggressor, they only really did that for, again, a small amount of time. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to pay for tickets, go to the game, and have you guys not even bring that for the majority of the game. Like, come on. Come on. The Islanders, the Columbus Blue Jackets game, this one, just no complete games. And that's a problem. That's a problem, right? But hey, man, it's Sunday. We'll talk about that another day, okay? More comments. One love to you and you and you and you. Mel Vaughn with the Sideshow Bob photo on YouTube. I like that, man. Underrated character. Reminds me of Louis St. Rose. Who is that? Search him up on Spotify. Anyways, the game was a dog. Not a good effort in the first 2 periods. I'm putting this on the couch. It's time for him to lay the hammer. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm putting this on the coach. It's time for him to lay the hammer. I'd be down, and maybe it's happening. But we're not going to hear about it, and that's okay, because this team is evolving. They got to mature. They don't have to take their meetings to the media, right? That's not what we want to see here. But again, I hope the coach is able to communicate that, again, this is not good enough. Again, you're missing pieces, I know. You played a good first period defensively, I know, but you can't be sitting there at the 16-minute mark of the 3rd period and look at the shot clock and be like, oh, wow, it's 30-17. We're getting outshot. Oh, I've seen this picture many times. This is not good enough. Who cares if the games are tight? You know why they're tight? Because you're getting bailed out by Kevin Lankinen, who is literally providing Vezina-like goaltending. Kevin Lankinen is going to get paid. Yo, Kevin Lankinen, right now, if you're listening to this, okay, go hire the best video editing team you can find right now in the city. A lot of talented people in this city. Hire a person who can do the job. Start making your mixtape. I don't care what the fancy stats say. I don't care what the even normal stats say, right? The save percentage and all that stuff. 909. I don't give an ish. My eye test is telling me that this dude can bail you out. And now he's been doing it for 20 games. Like, for the most part of that 20-game stretch, Kevin Lankinen has been so fun to watch. Bailing out this team. Oh, but according to Jay Fresh Hockey, we give up the 3rd least amount of 5-on-5 opportunities. Our defense is actually pretty good. Dude, talk about the eye test, okay? The AI, these calculators, these robots, they can't catch everything if you're just leaning into that, right? Like, letting the AI figure it out. No, the eye test is telling me Kevin Lankinen is really, really good. And a lot of these games are close, like 8 or 9 of these 1-goal games in recent history. They're all close because we're getting crazy goaltending. And that's what good goaltending does. And, Trevor and I talked about this on the post-game show on Friday or in the morning. I forget. I'm Kyle Bound, okay? But I'm so excited for Demko to come back, and the fact that he could possibly be really good ASAP, you never know. He's Thatcher Demko, okay? I'm Kyle Bound. You're you. He's Thatcher Demko. You know what I'm saying? He may be that dog right away, and that will give the Canucks a long runway to still figure the ish out, because this team is not consistently playing good hockey. But at the same time, again, get really, really, really good goaltending, possibly pick up a lot of points, make the playoffs, pick up wins, still find confidence within that while they, again, get their ish together. Right? I think it's a lot more easier to be accountable when you're surrounded with, again, some stability in the standings, and Demko and Lankinen can provide that, because, again, the Canucks got to get so much better. So much better. Look, lose games. I don't give an ish. We're good in the standings. I'm comfortable, okay? I'm comfortable. But these efforts, man, what's going on? Again, 15 minutes left in the third period. The shots are 17-30. What is going on? This is so familiar. So familiar. One more comment before we get to break. Man, oh man, look at this comment from Doug, man. Doug Garden. Hey, speaking of the Gardens, we're watching this. We're listening to this. We're making this at the Burnaby Gardens. If you know, you know. This place, man, going down in a handful of months, and it's done a lot, okay? You want to talk about looking after your neighbors? You're seeing it right now, okay? One left to the Burnaby Gardens, and one left to Doug Garden, who's saying Susie and Darnay are effing killing this team. I don't know if I'm being nice, and I got 10 hours of sleep last night, and I feel good, but I thought Susie made a lot of really, really strong plays against a really good team. Like, I'm going to take the little wins, okay? You know what I'm saying? He made key plays behind the net. That showed poise, right? There was one in the first period where I feel as if he was surrounded by like 18 sticks, and he was able to be subtle while the puck was on his stick, make like three or four or five plays within like a 2-second span, and then give it to Tyler Myers. It was so smooth, so Carson Soucy, something similar to what he was doing consistently last year. And again, I'm taking those wins. I'm taking the progress, and there were some ups and downs for sure, right? But again, you're facing Tampa Bay, and Besser, Patterson, and DeBrus didn't do much. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I think we're looking at the wrong place when it comes to why this game went a little south. And yeah, you know, this is coming from me because you mentioned Darnay in the comment as well, who struggled again today, but I'm just used to that. Like, he's a seventh defenseman playing on a team that's also missing its second defenseman. You know? All that being said, Tyler Myers, man, he excited me in the third period. He you know what? We're keeping the streak alive. Right? Tyler Myers gives a cross check to EK14 on Minnesota a couple days ago after that dude went after Sherwood. Again, Myers cross checks that guy heavy, defends his team later in the game. I like that stuff. I'm Canadian. I'm hockey. That's being a good teammate. And because he did that, I'm not talking ish about Tyler Myers for the next 7 days. It's already been a couple days. Even on that note, though, what he did in the third period, bringing this team back, making nice plays, played with some excitement, played like he really wanted this team to pick up a point at least today. Got to give credit where credit is due, because, again, on home ice, the Vancouver Canucks lose a game, and because they had some people not trying today, man. Again, a really, really lackluster effort from the best forwards on the team today. Kind of confusing, because Tampa's a pretty good team. You should wake up for this game, you know? And oh yeah, you're playing at home ice. No excuses. I didn't even mention, though. Okay, join the Discord, link in the bio. I got my phone connected to it. If you guys want to give me a call on Discord and chime in, you can do that. Again, link in the bio. And yeah, we'll talk more about your comments, your thoughts on the game. The Tampa Bay Lightning beat the Canucks 4-2. One left to Braden Point. Honestly, going to make it fun to watch Team Canada, right? Because he's going to be playing with elite talent. He's already used to playing with elite talent. He's going to be the most plug and play winger on that team, because there's a good chance that he'll be playing with either like Crosby or McDavid. Crazy, man. What a player. What a player. Anyways, we lost to them. We'll talk more about it on the other side. You're listening to Locked On Canucks. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel, America's #1 sports book when it comes to the NFL, okay? The NFL, the second best league in the world. And I'm happy today. Okay, made the fantasy playoffs. 3-1 after the trade deadline in my league. Patrick Alvin, if you're listening, I got balls. And I make ish happen, okay? I hold players accountable. All that being said, use FanDuel, okay? Have some fun. Take a chance. And right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. That's a great deal. That's a Boxing Day deal, okay? The FanDuel Sportsbook app gives you everything you need in one place to place bets on the NFL. Again, on one place. So when you get a hunch in the middle of the game, you can check out the latest stats, view live play-by-play, and so much more on the same page where you place your bets. Just visit FanDuel.com and join today. And remember, you could get started with what? $150 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. That's FanDuel.com. Never waste a hunch. And make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. That is something else. That's my best one ever, man. Straight up, dude. People, we are back doing this, and that's giving you Locked On Canucks. And the Canucks, they lose on this Sunday afternoon. 4-2. And sometimes you win in life, sometimes you lose. It's all good. Look at the standings. It's really all good. But at the same time, it's getting annoying watching a team getting outplayed. That's all I'm gonna say. Speaking of annoyed, you seem a little annoyed too. Let's sprinkle in some positivity somewhere. Can someone be positive in the comments and be the hero the city needs right now? Until then, let's read some comments again on Locked On Canucks. Man, oh man. Okay, look at this comment from Philippon, okay? Why do I keep saying it like that? I'm sorry. I grew up in Surrey. Camps. Philippon. Philippion? Anyways, he's saying the too many men call with 5 minutes ago hurt, okay? Scared him. It was chaotic, okay? Ironically, though, if Quinn Hughes gets that puck deep earlier or even later in the shift when the puck did get out of the zone, they have time to make that change. They were desperate. They were getting pinned by, again, a Tampa Bay Lightning team full of some top-heavy talent, okay, who know what they're doing. A better team than the Canucks, okay? Let's be honest. We still got a long way to go. We got a lot of experience to earn. All in all, though, we're pinned. Quinn Hughes has 2 chances to really get the puck out. Does it once, but only gets it to the red line. Höglander does his best, right, to extend the play, but can't. Tampa transitions. And, yeah, Myers and Soucy getting ready for a change. In the middle of the change, I realized that I think it was Hagel was about to go on a breakaway, and there was Myers, skating away from the bench and getting back in the play. That resulted in the penalty. Tyler Myers saves a breakaway, but he takes a penalty, quote unquote. And what do they do on that power play? Okay, they score a goal with 3 minutes left. Jake Gensel. Ironically, Jake Gensel. Remember, it was not too long ago where we wanted Jake too, but we got Jake DeBrusk. It's working out for us. All in all, Jake Gensel scores a weird goal, right? At first disallowed, and then looked at and given the thumbs up. Goes off his hand, okay, propelled by his hand, but then goes off Juleson, and then Juleson bats it back into his chest or his arm, and it goes off him and goes in the net. It's a good goal, and yeah, that's it. That's the game-winning goal. Now, the thing about this that we again need to talk about, again, we're gonna be a little positive here. 3 minutes left. That just happened. Inexperienced team still in the Vancouver Canucks, winning games, playing big games, right? They're just the Canucks still. No Hronek, no Miller. That's an opportunity to crumble just a bit. Again, with 3 minutes left, you just saw the third goal go in. You're almost losing. And what do? They generate about 3 or 4 chances. Now, unfortunately, I think one came from DeBrusk right in front of the net. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Besser and Pettersson were involved in the fury of chances the Canucks got in the last 3 minutes. But Suter had a couple. Hey, Juleson getting robbed. Vasilevsky going crease to post to post. Right? making a big save. Again, he robbed Pius Suter twice. Like, we had chances, and that's why I like the grit of this team. And again, we want to see them play complete games. It'll get them closer to being the ultimate team. But we need to be reminded and go to sleep happy knowing that this team who barely started winning games, look at the standings, we're in a good place. They never give up. They keep plugging away, mainly because of their will, but also because they got a lot of top-end talent. One of those guys is Connor Garland. Guy wants the puck on his stick when he has to, when the team needs a play. The pressure doesn't get to him. It's all fun and games with that guy right now, making things happen. Almost had 2 assists to end off this game, right? Suter times 2. Suter gets robbed, and you speak about that guy, Pius Suter, getting chances when we need a goal. He's playing out of his mind. There's a recipe still for a lot of success to happen this year, but before they get there, they have to get way better, and we have to realize that. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing. Be proud of that. Go Canucks, go. Next comment. SK93 asking, is Vinny Darnay the worst D-man in the league? I think so. He's one of them. And that's okay, though. He can still learn how to get better in the Canucks system, the Canucks school of playing hockey in Abbotsford, okay? Develop there. Come back in September. You know, do your thing at training camp. Boom, bam. You're Vancouver Canuck again. Because, again, this guy has a lot of developing to do. It's just the truth. He is not good enough to consistently play games in the NHL. He's not good enough, especially against the best teams in hockey. It's okay. We've all been there. He's got some work to do. And once he gets that stuff done, then yeah, showcase your talents again to the Canucks, the Vancouver Canucks, the real Canucks next year. But I just feel as if we're heading down that territory ASAP where a trade is made, not involving Vinny D, but he is a bit of a cap casualty and goes and plays games in Abbotsford, right? To relieve ourselves of about like $1 million, $900,000. I don't know. I'm not the cap wizard. I'm just Kyle Bound. But, you know, you need all the money you can get. And I think that's a move that they're going to consider and actually pull off. So, yeah, it's just it's a clear indication that we've taken a step back in the defensive zone when this guy is needed, right? And I think we're getting to a point where Mark Friedman might play games before Christmas in front of this guy. It is what it is. Hey, Vinny, again, you could hurt me. I know. You could slam me through a table, break my back. Bro, you could use me as a toothpick. I know. But this is the NHL, and the Canucks don't want to take a step back, okay? And honestly, again, I'm just getting tired of the Canucks being pinned in their zone and getting outplayed. And yeah, we need to take more shots. And you know how they say defense wins championships, and it all starts the on the back end. Just in the simple form of a complete hockey game, okay? 16 minutes of hockey, especially in the NHL. Bro, you just need defensemen being able to make a pass, have some poise, slow things down. Right? It's not rocket science. Oh, but he's good on the PK. Dude, find somebody who's good 5-on-5 and on the PK. Find somebody who can make a first pass. How can you play on attack when, 40% of your defensemen use the method of banging the puck off the glass or off the boards to get the puck out? For, again, 95% of their time on ice when they need that play to happen. Like there's no version of the Vancouver Canucks with Juleson. I'm not going to say Myers because, and Darnay. Right? There's no version of those guys playing games every night, or even one of those guys playing games every night, where we can actually see the Canucks for what they are. Because we need more defensemen who, again, slow things down and try to make a pass more often than not, more often than banging it off the glass, and do so with crisp, okay? To start the transition, right? When Miller and Pettersson are doing their thing and they're on the ice for half the game, right, on separate lines, how does this team look when we're using the pass more than the dump out to get out of the zone? We play on that attack. We play with some of that swagger. Really tap into the instincts of this team. Until we can do that consistently, again, this team is, especially defensively, it's taken a step back, At the same time, though, again, I know I'm being dark right now, but remember what I said earlier. They got really good goaltending. That's going to buy them confidence. That's going to buy some time for them to figure that out this year. It's not a next year thing. Like, if, we can relax a little more in the standings, knowing that you still have a chance to win every night. You might be winning on most nights too, because you got Demko and Lankinen keeping you in games, allowing you to be edgy, allowing you to show your guts, allowing you to tap into your top end talent, allowing this team to play more on attack. Because again, when they get desperate, they play on attack. We see what they look like. And it needs to be instinctual right now, right? They're behind. They gotta do something. But what if this team could be more instinctual throughout the game, right? How does that happen? Oh, when things are smooth sailing, right? When you can get into flow state. You cannot get into flow state when for more than half the game, your method of getting the puck out is by banging the puck off the glass or the boards. I know it's a smart play, but bro, that's not an elite play. Holy crap, I should be a head coach, but I can't wait to coach my son or daughter's hockey team for real. Mike, one of my favorite commenters on the Discord, man. This dude, come on, why don't you have a podcast, man? What are you doing? You got to get a microphone for Christmas, okay? Always cracking me up. He also said that he wouldn't be surprised if I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but he wouldn't be surprised if referees down the road are AI robots, so they get everything right. And that actually made me think, because I get it. Like, human error is a part of sport, but at the same time, it's like, yo, these referees suck. Like, I don't know if any kids want to be a referee growing up. Like, if the trade is not evolving, not getting better, because something's going on. All in all, though, Mike's commenting right now, asking for better defensemen. Okay, we are heavily relying on Lankinen, and that is the truth. Demko won't be much of an improvement with this level of play in front of him. I think, Mike, I think you're wrong there. I think Demko can, because again, he's Demko and you're Mike, and I'm Kyle. Okay, let's be honest. Like, Demko is touted around the league to be one of the best goalies in hockey, and we've seen it. So I'm gonna trust that he's got this. When he's back in, he's a dog. He's bringing. He's seeing what Lankinen is doing, and he's taking that as a friendly competition. Oh, you think you're that guy? You're not that guy. When April comes around, I want the leash and all of it. I want all 16 wins. Again, Demko's looking at Lankinen. It's gonna spark him, and I think he's gonna deliver similar goaltending. That's me being loyal to the blue and green. So boom, bam, for the next 50 games, the Canucks get Vezina-like goaltending game in and game out. That's good for like 28 to 30 wins minimum. Minimum. Because again, you look at the top end talent of this team, again, you can pick up some wins there. Still make the playoffs. But more importantly, figure this out. Canucks, man. One of the most polarizing teams in the league, okay? For real. And shout out to Demko, man. Can't wait to see you play. Okay, next comment, and thank you for providing the prompts for the show today. I didn't want to do any work. It's Sunday. I slept in today. I felt nice. So again, I appreciate what you guys are bringing to the show. Next comment goes to Amphimous. Amphimous, man. Just sticking to the hockey, okay? This game should have gone to OT. Bad result, but decent effort. Yo, decent effort, man. Amphimous, I know it's the holidays, brother. I know it's the holidays. Yo, but decent is not good enough. Again, in front of our home crowd, it would be nice if we had way better efforts, not decent efforts. Again, people are paying money to come down, and what happened? Columbus, if it was any other team, and we had any other goaltender in net, that game is 14-1. I think I'm right. And again, 15 minutes, 16 minutes left in the game today, man. Shots for like 30-17. That's just not good enough. But it's the same old story with the Vancouver Canucks. Amphimous then responds with this right here, man. He's talking about the Gensel goal being lucky. A pinballing puck. That's how we lost. Oh, what can you do? It was a good effort. I thought it was a decent effort 2 minutes ago. I don't know if it was a good effort. Again, not good enough. I expect better. Again, they're missing some skill in their lineup and they're missing some bodies, and maybe the war of nutrition is getting to them just a bit. But the effort, man. Like, why does this team need to be down for them to wake up? Oh, down 2-1 and going into the third. Let's wake up. Let's push the issue. Oh, Kiefer Sherwood gets his 8th of the year. Congratulations. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. It looked good. It looked fun. You know, to be honest, almost getting to overtime, I was thinking like, damn, the Canucks showed again that they're gutsy. That they look how they played in the third against the Minnesota Wild. Look how they played against the third against Columbus. Like third against the Lightning. Like, oh, then you kind of trail it back to Detroit and Buffalo, and you're like, damn, I like this. Then I start thinking about what they were doing in the playoffs last year in April and May, and like some of their third periods. I'm like, yo, this team got the sauce. They love winning. They'll do whatever it takes, even if it takes them a long time to get there. They're not going down without a fight. I love that. I love that about the team. I was ready to just talk about that today, but you know, A, we lost, and B, just trying to be a little realistic. I want more from the Vancouver Canucks. I do, man. Last comment. Next comment goes to SK93, okay? I need some good wings after the game. Where should I go in Surrey? Damn, that's a great question, man. I really like Newton Pizza, right? This question's about pizza? Okay, the best pizza in Surrey is Newton Pizza. Hands down. I'm ditching D-Hut. I'm ditching the other ones. Oh, no free ads. It's the holidays. And I love my city, okay? Newton Pizza is, honestly, Newton Pizza is so good that for a while there, I thought Punjabi people invented pizza. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. If my homie Nick Bondi, the inventor of Locked On Canucks, is watching, the Italian Stallion is watching this, yo, he might come over here and, you know, bada bing, bada boom after saying that. But, yo, that's how good Newton Pizza is. One love to Newton Pizza. One love to you and you and you and you and you and you. The Canucks lose to the Tampa Bay Lightning 4-2. Braden Point, just a hell of a player. A hell of a player. Kucherov, a great player too. Also, Kucherov, I don't know if you were like betting against the Lightning tonight, but holy, you were gifting us. Like, you were Santa Claus tonight for us. We could have scored a lot of goals courtesy of you. At the same time, though, on the power play, you were lethal. 2 assists, 2 big assists, including a goal as well on 5-on-5. Again, their stars came to play. They did their thing. Jake Ensel with the game winner. We lose 4-2. Not a strong enough effort. Need more from Pettersson, Besser, and DeBrusk. Quinn Hughes gets injured in the first period, comes back with a fishbowl, scores one of my favorite Quinn Hughes goals of all time. Bada bing, bada boom. A lot of hockey going on today, but the Canucks, for the most part, were not the good team, the better team again. You can go ahead and lose games. Things happen in life. Things happen within the game. But I just think for the most part this season, and we're entering like into game 26. By the time this month ends, we're going to be at the halfway point of the year. And like things got to change because you don't want to play half your games knowing that you weren't the better team in like 70% of those games. AKA you're getting lucky. Go Lankinen. Okay, Lankinen. MVP of this team. Bro, I'm thinking so. Anyways, that was an episode of Locked On Canucks. One love to the Don'tos, Art Collective for looking after the neighbors, and one love to the Burnaby Gardens as well. And yeah, hit the like button, subscribe to the show. And one love to the Locked On Podcast Network. And have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good night. If you're not watching this live, then I don't know when you're listening to this, but hey, we truly do appreciate it. Peace.